Sakshi Batra. Well, this is Market Today, a show where we discuss the latest stock market trends for you and also pick out some stocks that are buzzing in action to help you understand what is the best way to approach those stocks as well. Joining in to help us with all of that is a very special guest with me, Mr. Kranthi Bathini joins in. He's the Director of Equity Research at Wealth Mill Securities. Welcome, Mr. Bathini, and thank you so much for taking the time out. Happy festivities to all, your team and to your family members, to you too. Well, the stock markets definitely had a great Muhurat trading, and the Samvat 2079 has begun. Although right now you see some profit booking at this point in time. First, help me with your market outlook, and then we will delve into the other details.
First, Sakshi, season greetings and happy Diwali for the team members and you at Business Today TV. And yes, the Samvad started with a big bang, we can say, but we can see some kind of profit booking because since the markets are run up nearly Nifty on Nifty around above 300 points, and as long as Nifty is above 17,000 level, okay, that's a good point to cherish for everyone. Despite of the global negative cues and the geopolitical issues that have been propping up every time and there, Indian markets are in a better shape. Our macro environment is in a better shape right now. We need to see how the RBI monetary policy that's going to come up in the coming days. These are the factors that are going to determine the future course of action. First and foremost thing is we don't have any negative disappointments from the earnings season. That's giving a lot of positivity to the markets. And probably in coming few quarters, we are heading for a new highs on Nifty also, given the kind of traction that is coming in the macro environment is concerned. So this is a market definitely. Every bad news in the global environment, investors and traders, they can take positions and they can book some profit on every good news. That is the strategy investors need to have in their portfolio.
Okay, understood. Now that you have the right strategy to approach the markets this year, and to begin with, let's talk about the performers of the last year and also what is the best way forward. I'm talking about ICICI Bank. Now, we did see that ICICI Bank not only outperformed the Nifty Bank, but overall in the banking sphere, it was definitely a shining star. And many other stocks had outperformed. In fact, in the last 6 months or so, we've seen about a 25% jump. And why I'm talking about it today is because the stock has hit a record high level of today of 942 rupees per equity share. Now, what also aided to this sentiment could have been the results that were announced last week of the company, where we saw strong Q2 show as well on the back of robust credit growth, multi-quarter high margins. There was the lower credit cost as well. So help me, Mr. Bathini, help me understand really that, ICICI Bank, first, how do you look at this stock, the performance that it has shown, and can it actually continue that resilience going forward too?
Actually, first of all, you mentioned all the key points with respect to ICICI Bank. I will add one more point. The key change that brought in ICICI Bank is the new management and the new leadership team, Mr. Sandeep Bakshi. And also, recently, the board has announced that they are seeking the RBI permission for another 3 years tenure for the CEO. Probably he will get through that. So that gives a very positivity for ICICI Bank. But the cream for ICICI Bank is, if anyone tracking the bank for a long-term basis, the stock was not have a consensus view 2 years back. People are hunky-dory and people are just waiting to take their positions in ICICI Bank. Actually, that was the best time for the long-term investors and who sees a positivity in the banking sector. That is the best time, and the stock has delivered nearly tremendous returns in past 3 years with respect to ICICI Bank is concerned. And the bank today stands tall right now with respect to their performance and overall performance of the bank and the group subsidiaries are concerned. So for a long-term investor, ICICI Bank can be held in their portfolio. But the people who made around 100% return in ICICI Bank, who entered earlier, they can take some profits from the table right now. That's the best thing they can do. But the remaining investors, those who want to participate in this banking story, definitely they can buy in ICICI Bank every dips. Sakshi, I want to mention to you, when there is a consensus view, right now, if you see, everybody turned positive on ICICI Bank, and
Sure.
you can see
Yes.
number of brokerage reports that are coming
Yes.
by call on ICICI Bank. That's good. But whenever there is a consensus view in the market, the extra alpha will come down for the long-term investors. So that is the thing investors need to keep in their mind. But
Sure.
definitely, if you ask me, ICICI Bank is definitely a stock to held in their portfolio in a
Hmm.
high interest rate regime, which we are going to witness at this moment. Bank like ICICI Bank is a definite gainer, and it can win in terms of the high interest rate environment is concerned. So
Okay.
definitely it's a hold. But the people who bought earlier when ICICI Bank at a mouth-watering level of 300, 400 levels, definitely they can take some profit from the table.
Okay, so for all the existing investors, it would be a good strategy to book some profits out of this stock, even though there is a consensus view from brokerage houses. You talked about brokerage houses. I do have a range of the targets that given. In fact, Ambit has given a 1025 kind of a target. Then we also have Edelweiss and brokerage house giving an 1144 kind of a target price. Nirmal Bang also positive on that. So it's that kind of a range that you're seeing from various brokerage houses. Where are you at in terms of the target price for ICICI Bank, say from a year from now?
Definitely, Sakshi, it can be 1,000 rupees stock soon, okay, in the coming quarters. But the advantage is we are so positive on the stock, and we bought this stock. I think uh, we are at the 300, 400 levels. That's why many of our investors are sitting at a handful of profits. That's the reason we are taking some profits from the table right now. But we remain invested in ICICI Bank, given the kind of the long-term prospectus of the bank is concerned.
Okay, and any targets that you can share on it, long-term targets?
See, we can see a target of around 1,000 to 1,100 rupees for ICICI Bank in the coming quarters.
Okay.
It's a stock to hold in the portfolio.
Okay, it's a stock worth holding in the portfolio, 1000 to 1100 kind of levels that can be seen over a long term period as well. Well, thank you so much, Mr. Bathini, for being with us and sharing these insights on markets as well as on ICICI Bank, the way that investors should approach this stock that's already hit a record high level today.
Thank you, Sakshi.